Boxing King Media in association with Box Raw. Jimmy Harrington, a very, very busy man. You know, you were telling me about your schedule here. You get up at 5, you drive down to Morecambe, you do your session, you come back, and you're training guys out here in Lindholm.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the moment. Up to Morecambe, see Tyson, Isaac, Roman, John. Straight back down here. Today I've got Lewis and Brad in. Then we've got a children's junior amateur session at 5 p.m. Then an open gym session 6 o'clock. And that's how it is, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday is Fit Rovers down here. So it's a busy old time at the minute. But I like it, keeps that working.
It's a lot of mileage, that, man. Most people would be like physically and mentally drained from doing all that sort of miles. But like you said, that's your drug to keep you going.
Yeah, boxing is my drug to keep me going. As we spoke about, I've had my mental health problems. I had my breakdown in boxing in 2006. And this centre you're at now, Freedom Boxing Club, it's my life. I volunteer, run this premise for them. It keeps me active, keeps my brain going, keeps me focused, keeps me on it. Because if this wanders and this goes far away, whoa, job's done. Nearly swore then.
It's all right. I
won't do. My favourite word is a bad swear word, and I promised my missus I wouldn't use it on this interview today.
No worries, I'll see if I can get it out of you. Obviously, I saw Tyson's Instagram story this morning. It said something about a crazy Monday session. So I'm sure. Tell us what you do on a Monday.
Mondays, it's top secret what we do. That's up to the main man himself to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I orchestrate it with his dad, John. John's a great fella. People know him through boxing, but he's a great trainer. He trains Tommy 99% of the time. Obviously, Tommy's had input from other people. He's puts a massive amount of input into Tyson. He's put input into Roman for me. John is a very knowledgeable man, and we'll go up there and we'll come up with a session, however lads are looking and feeling that day. John's like myself. He likes hard graft. He likes old school training. These two boys behind you, they've done little bits with John, and they'll back me when I say that. He is an old school trainer, and he doesn't get the recognition that man fully deserves. I'll give it him, and he'll give me recognition. People don't know much about me as a trainer. I don't want them to know. I don't care. I'll come here, I'll graft, and I'll do my bits, and I'll go. It's them idiots that sit in front of cameras and telling you how good they are. That's what does me head in. I spoke to you earlier, you saw me on doing a pad session with the boys. There's no teachers anymore. All right, what I'm teaching, and people will say might not be 100% right, but in my beliefs of boxing, I can read a fight, I know how to have a fight. What I'm teaching them, I believe, is the correct way and the way to understand and be better themselves. But there's dickheads out there that ain't got a clue what they're doing, but they love cameras, and they all know who they are, don't you?
And you mentioned John there about his morning sessions. I noticed he gets up at 5:30 in the morning, he's doing sit-ups. Tyson walked in on him the other day. I don't know if he was butt naked or what, but I think John's in the background saying, "Get fucking clothes on."
That's a true story. That was talked about this morning. The banter and the crack up there is absolutely fantastic. We get up there and we're welcomed with open arms. Every time we're up there, it's just like a big one happy. People go on about families in boxing and this. It is like a big family when you go up there and you see the boys. You're welcomed into their foe and their fray, and they just the love and respect that they give you, and equally we give them. It's just there. But yes, that is a true story, because he says he's not right. And Jimmy, is he walking about naked and that? I says, my old man had to clip me, John. He says, yeah, right, we're going to clip him, but we're doing sit-ups.
To be fair, it took me a while to figure it out, because I thought he was talking about himself, but when you hear properly, you can tell he's saying, get your fucking clothes on.
Yeah, get your fucking clothes on. You're not right, you lad, innit?
Yeah, but it just shows the relationship they've got, I suppose.
Yeah, they've got a fantastic relationship. I don't want to speak out of turn here when I say this, but all his sons and all his family, when I've been in their presence, they've got absolute utmost respect and admiration. He's the father, he's the dad, which I had for my father. These two boys have theirs, you have for yours. And that's just old school people and straight people, and I think that's why we all get on. Johnny's grew up round here anyway. I don't know if you knew this, Gull. In Intake, which is way over there. He came down a few months ago, we had some work we had to do in here with Roman, so we left Roman in here. John and me went up into the town, which is now a city, Doncaster. We had a walk round, went for a coffee, then we just got chatting. He says, I went Armthorpe site. I took him to Armthorpe site. We went onto that and to his first primary school in Intake, took him there. And he had a fantastic day. He absolutely loved it. And then I took him to my village in Thorn. We had a little bit of food. Just love his company. He's just a good fella, good sort. Nice man.
That's brilliant. Did they welcome him back on the site, Armthorpe?
We didn't stay. It changed too much. Not that he wasn't welcome. We drove on. He said, Jimmy, get me off here. He said, it's changed too much since I was like. He didn't recognise much, so he didn't want to intrude on people's privacy either, which is a respectful fellow. He just said, we'll just go. So we just went. But the actual area of his primary school and that, he was going back to early 1970s in his thoughts and memories that morning. He went, no, it's changed here, Jimmy. This were here, that were here. My brothers were there, and just nice to. I like that sort of thing, me, history and.
I think we spoke about it because that's one of my favourite things. I love history and just talking about the past. And then talking to Roman, you mentioned him there. When's he back in the gym? Back in
the gym on Wednesday. He's had a good week off. We're looking to hopefully get a sit down and get him out very, very soon. But I'm just waiting for I don't want to speak too much on it because it's not my place to really speak on it. His dad and me do things together. I'm just waiting for a sit down with a good promoter and a good outfit and just get him back out there. If not, we'll just put him on some ourselves and just get him active. Tyson wanted him to have around 10 fights in his first year. He's been a little bit slow starting. We had a few issues just getting his licence over the line, some medical things, but there's a lot of new boxers at the minute that are having these problems with the medicals and things like that. But we've got him over the line now, we've got him going. So we'd like to get him out twice more before Christmas. If September the 10th had have happened, but unfortunately of the Queen's passing, that got cancelled, so you'd have had 4 fights from September to December. Hopefully it's going to be 3, so we can just get him going. Then next year, get a good 6, 7, and then look from there. He's had no boxing experience, none. Amateur, white collar, anything. So every time he's under them lights is a blessing. And the more times he's under them lights, the better for him. So he's going to get matched accordingly and learn his trade on the job. You hear that so much, he's learning his trade on the job. That young man is learning his trade on the job. That is one kid who is learning his trade. And he will learn it very well, and he'll do very well because he's got a pair of ears and he listens well.
Good stuff. And talking about you guys today, Lewis Booth and Bradley Cousins, both back at the gym. You're trying to make some moves for Lewis. Brad's back out in a few weeks. What you expected to see from them, closer this year?
With Bradley, I just want him to just start using what I've just mentioned then, his pair of ears, and start listening a little bit more. He understands where he went wrong. I'm straight with him, told him where he went wrong. He knew on the night where he'd gone wrong. We've got no excuses. Van Pooch beat him. Simple as that. That's that done. He will come back, Brad, because he wants it. Out of them all, I would say Brad wants it the most. He really, really does want it. He needs a little bit of different guidance to get to where he wants to be, but he just really does want it. Lewis, cracking lad, been in stable for about 3 months now. I've known Lewis a hell of a long time anyway. I've done little bits of work behind scenes with him on shows, wrapped his hands and things like that. I've always stood at afar and watched him. I've been an opposing coach in the opposite corner with a boy against him. So I've always looked at him, and he came and approached us, like I say, 12 weeks ago, asked to join stable. Yeah, come down. Got a lot of promise from Lewis. He's grafted. He's turned a corner. He's in the gym religiously. He travels up to Morecambe with us. He's been over to Manchester. He's been to Sheffield. He's been all over, just soaking it all up. And that's all you want from any of your boxers. Going back to that, they both boxed amateur. I've had Bradley since he was 14. Lewis, I believe he'll have boxed since he'll have been a little bit younger than in different stables. Brad's always been here. Lewis at Doncaster Plant. Brad was just a 50-50 amateur. Lewis will have gone on into championships and things like that. But they're bouncing off each other. They're learning all the time. Lewis out on a show. We had him on a show, but unfortunately that got pulled last week. So I'm going to graft now and get him on another show, potentially 2. Bradley is out on the 11th of November, and hopefully after that game on another one. Rest of the lads in the gym, Jamie Mellors, Jake Bray, Roman, they'll all get out as well. So we're just a busy little team in here. Got the full amateurs as well to keep me content with. So boxing goal.
Good man. And is there anything else you want to add before I let you go? I know you got some sponsors here as well, which are key for a boxing club.
Yeah, DNLE Limited, Eco Power Skips, Darren at New at DNLE, and equally Dave at Eco. They've had me back, and the gymnasium's back from day one. Empire, they've always looked after the boys as well as myself. I take gear up for Tyson and Joe and the rest, Isaac and the rest of the lads up there. And then just the general public, because we're a community, we're a charity, and we get good people that back us. Every now and then people just drop in, they'll say, "Are you doing good stuff? Here's a little donation to your club." So as a club, we do all right. One as well I forgot there, Dave Walker from WBC Europe. He sponsored all the bags in here, so if you look around, there's a lot of raise equipment in here. Gets the lads raise gloves, don't charge them, sends them gloves, head guards. Yeah, so when you've got people like Reyes backing you, you can't really go wrong when you've got the best out there. Sorry as well, last one up there, Shab, KO Sports. That was our first ever sponsor, Shab. Sorry, I reword that. He don't sponsor us. It's a bit of smoke and mirrors. It's in the art of an illusion. Shab had opened his boxing shop in Leeds. I think he had already had one in Manchester. I just got to know him. I just said, start putting your logos on all our kit and up in our gym. Well, I can't give you no money, so I don't want any money. I don't ask you for any money, so just do it. And then everyone's like, people have seen our affiliation, like, oh, you look after them, you look after them. You're like, oh, we've got, does not give me one penny, never has given me one penny. But I've always helped him, and he's always been there. So thank you, Shab.
Top man, Jimmy. I wish you all the best, and keep an eye out for you and your stable, and enjoy your adventures to Morecambe for the next few months.
Thank you for coming down. First time you've been down, but the door is always welcome to you, Cole, and thank you from the boys and myself and everyone involved in the centre. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Jimmy. What's your name, mate?
Jimmy.
Jimmy what?
Gaskin.
What's your name?
Isaac.
Isaac. We've got your big lad here.
Alfie.
Alfie. Come in, moving about like Lomachenko here. What's your name?
Tyler.
Sorry?
Tyler.
Tyler. We've got Tyler here. What's your name?
Tyson.
Sorry?
Tyson.
Tyson. Named after Fury by any chance?
Dylan.
Sorry?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Little Dylan there. What's your name, mate?
Alfie.
Alfie. Another Alfie.
Tucker.
Tucker.
Shay.
Shay. Good man. Oh, another one. What's your name?
Ian Hamilton.
Ian Hamilton. Good man. We've got everyone. So this is your amateur stable, Jimmy?
Yeah,
hopefully you'll get a champion out of these one day.
Yeah, there's 4:45 in next 10-15 minutes. There'll be up to 25 youngsters in here, boys and girls, from local community. And as you know, Gull, you have to travel to get to this gym. The parents or grandparents or guardians have to fetch them. There's no bus route. You can't walk here. So every youngster that comes here wants to be here.
On that note, all the best.